Now I'm using sycamore because I've heard on the grapevine it's got very slight antiseptic properties, so good for, obviously, for spoons, anything you're sticking in your gob. It's also good for, I like to work with it. It's a very nice wood to carve with. It's quite a soft wood, and the grain all seems to be going the right way. When you come to doing anything like oak or anything like that, what you tend to find is that it pulls on something, and it pulls like a big string of fibres out of it if you catch it the wrong way. So, you know, if you're going to try whittling sycamore, that's the leaf that looks like the Canadian flag, is quite a good choice for the first time, because again it is soft and it's easy to work with. So as you can see, we're just now starting to get a bowl out of it. And when we get a bowl, the first bit of the bowl seems to be small flakes like that, and then when we get an indentation in it, we can start going for bigger chunks. We're now getting a pretty decent ball in there, and again, you know, turning it around and holding it on this like this, really, I would say that's my number one tip, is to leave, you know, I mean the spoon's going to end there, but to leave this handhold there, it really is a bonus. This is more dangerous than actually whittling, because you're always cutting away from yourself. Here, you're cutting towards yourself. I know of some people that do that. You can do it that way if you want. Sometimes that's easier. So you are cutting away from yourself. I actually find this way easier. Again, if I slip, I know about it, but I don't know whether it's because I'm a climber and I'm used to pulling down on the rope, and this muscle's quite big. So, but yeah, by all means, you could do it that way. As you can see, that works as well. But a lot of it is to do with this wood. It really is a nice wood to work for, sycamore. But yeah, it's from the Acer family, so it's a maple. So sycamore is a maple, like sugar maple, field maple, and things like that. But yeah, it's a really nice soft wood. Dries obviously a lot harder, and it is robust and that. So don't be thinking, you know, because it is a soft wood, that it isn't gonna last. By all means. The last spoon I had lasted me, well, it only lasted me 6 months, but that was because mate Steve, his dog, likes chewing sticks. I left my spoon on the floor, and he thought it was just another stick with some beans on it, so he thought double bonus. So just goes to show, if you're ever taking your dog out, don't leave your wooden spoon on the floor. So yeah, I'm not going to go the entire way through this, because again, you're looking at a spoon like that taking you about 20 hours to do, to make it like that, and I just don't have the time at the minute. So again, really, this is just to show you the basics and how to get a blank like this. That would be done a little bit better. I'm just going to leave that for now. Obviously you'd probably go to town on making it, you know, as thick as you want. If you see on this one, the finish is as thin as you can get it without obviously getting it to crack. So next, what we do is we're going to finish getting the shape of it. As you can see, from that to that, there's quite a lot of wood to come off, especially on the neck there. So yeah, quite a bit of work with the knife. Now the way I do the knife is I basically use my thumb as a pivot point and just work away at it little bits by bits. If your knife isn't that sharp that you can, you know, do big long cuts like that, then what I'd suggest is little ones like that. And again, sometimes when it's a hard piece or I need to do a steep curve like that, then I would actually just take it out bit by bit. There's quite a bit of work here now to do with the knife. Best thing for me to do is hit fast forward, put the tunes back on, and see how much I can get done before the battery runs out. So hit the music. Like I say, I've showed you this one. This one's for a friend of mine, and again, it took around about 20 hours. I'd say 5 of that is sanding, really. A lot of it is down to the sanding and stuff like that. So you can also make ladles if you're ever making a bushcraft stew or making, you know, corned beef hash or anything at camp. You know that it can stick to the bottom of the pan and this, that and the other, and obviously serving it out and such like. Now, one of the downsides to splitting the wood first is this was a curved piece of wood, and what I did was I split it, and I split it so it was curved as well, which was a bit of a nightmare. But one of the runs of the split has actually continued to go straight down. It didn't want to go around the bend, and this is where I've now been left with a little crack in it. Now, I'd done X amount to the spoon without noticing that, so I continued. At the end of the day, that is a piece to actually be used, and it still fulfills its use. It still will ladle stuff, it will still stir stuff, even though that it's got a crack in it. So again, by all means I could even eat with that. Obviously that one took a lot longer, looking at about 30 hours worth of work in that. Well, you know, when you come home from work and you just sat here watching TV and just whittling away, then it's a good pastime. So by all means, it wasn't 30 hours of hard work or anything like that. So, but and also I've been doing a burl. This is just a birch burl, so a bachelor burl, and obviously this was off a tree that I felled. Cut this off. I don't know if you can see the inside of there where all the swirls are, and that. This is where I got probably my technique. I did used to do both ways. I did used to do that way and this way, but with this, because it is so damn hard, putting a bit too much pressure there. See, if you slip like that, that's when it's game over. So this one is so hard to carve. This one's actually taken me 40 hours just to hollow that out. Never mind anything else, just to hollow that out. Up to now it's taken 40 hours, and I actually want to go a bit further. Just at this point here, I need to go a bit further down and bring that up maybe to about there. But all I did with that is put a 14 centimetre billy can lid on the top of that, drove round and just started going at it. Obviously I'm going to sand the outside off. But this bowl, again, we've got a little bit coming through there, so this won't be able to hold anything like water or anything because it'll leak out of there. But because it's taken so long, and because it will be such a good bowl when I finish, this is going to be like something, an ornamental bowl that I'm going to put my keys in or something like that. These, if you got these made on a lathe and you got it made by a professional, you're looking at about £400 for a bowl like that, just because of what it's made out of, burl. Even though it is bachelor burl, birch burl, which they are quite a bit more common than oak and anything else, any other burls. There's certain trees that just have burls all the way up them, some birch trees. So, I wouldn't say it's going to be worth £400, but I tell you what, if I was getting paid minimum wage for this, by the time I finish this, it's going to be bloody a couple of hundred at least. So, and like I say, once you do your spoons, you can whittle pretty much anything. Spoons are a good one to start off with, because they are useful in bushcraft. I've actually made this with a lanyard attachment, so you can just keep it round your neck. Saves you putting it on the floor, e.g. a dog gets it, or putting it in dirty, damp ground where it absorbs stuff. So you can just, wash it and then hang it round your neck. And I carry all my spoons round my neck because you never know when somebody's going to cook up some munch, then you just want to tuck in. And like I say, with the ladle, that again is another useful thing that we use in bushcraft. But you can also do things for like eggs or anything, spatulas, that's the word I'm looking for. You could do a flat spatula, which I'm thinking of doing next. Cups, which would be just a bigger version of this, deeper version of this. So yeah, cups, bowls, spoons. Knives and forks don't really work well, but I mean, you can always get them. You can always make them so they do work well, by all means. I'm not saying that don't make a knife and fork. But yeah, spatulas and other things like that. So yeah, hope the video was useful for you. Like I say, we've got to this stage. You can obviously take this stage now and finish off the spoon. It's pretty much straightforward once you get to that stage. So that's one of the reasons why I just showed you up to this stage. But by all means, send me your pics or video responses. Show me which ones you've made. And again, if you need any help on what equipment to buy or what to do or anything like that, just drop me a comment or PM me. So, brilliant. Okie doke. Thanks for watching. Just a quick vid, just to show you what the spoon is like after I finish whittling, just before it goes in for sanding. Just give you a quick. There we go, so I'm just about to sand that down now, and this one's going to be for my son. So, brilliant. Okie doke, cheers.